Hello, friends. How are you? Well, it's that time of year again, or time of month again, or whatever you want to call it, where I look myself in the mirror, or in this case, a camera, and tell you how I'm doing against my yearly goals. I believe in yearly goals. I was a salesperson for a long time and got used to living on a 90-day cycle, which I broke down into 30-day and actually weekly cycles, where I had goals for talking to people and meetings. And anyways, I've lived that way for a long time. I believe those are important. However, I believe it only gets meaningful when you share your goals, and more importantly, not your goals, but your actuals with others. So I like leading by example, and I am now sharing my May 1st actuals against my 2019 goals. And the beauty is we now have 5 months, or this will be the 5th video of how we're doing. So if you wanted, you could check me out and go back and see exactly what I've done and see where, if any changes have been made, they've been documented. So I cannot pull the wool over your eyes. They are there. So this should be fun. So let's see if this share is working, and we will just get started. I believe it is. All right, let's see if we go into presentation mode. Okay. All right, so first and foremost, we're just going to go through, kind of the May update. Actually, this is the closing slide, excuse me. That's okay. That's why you do these things. So let's see, can I page up? All right, so here we go. Now we're on the first slide. Sorry about that. So the 2019 goals, May 1st update. First and foremost, do me a favor, if you haven't subscribed and you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button. It's kind of a little pat on the back, and as you'll see, it's one of my goals to grow the channel. Hit that like button. That's important, just so I know that the content you're seeing is important. And then most importantly, that comment. I use comments for a couple of different things. First off, feel free to, say whatever you like, nice job, bad job, whatever you want. But more importantly, a big part of this channel is subscriber questions. So if you have a question, just feel free to leave it in a comment. I'm a one-man show, no VAs, no team behind me. I try to look every day and then try to create a video if you happen to have a question, because it helps me. All right. So I broke my goals down. We won't go through this in detail because there is a video. But basically, first thing I do is break down my goals into sections. As you see here, I had a family goal, health, a buy and hold, because I'm still obviously a landlord. I'm still looking to add units every year. I did pick up flips this year. Then there's obviously this YouTube channel, and then some extra things I'm trying to do. And if you want, you can go back to either December 31st or January on this channel and see how I talk about each of these individually. Then there's obviously the tracking spreadsheet, which I have been reporting on every month, usually on the 1st, maybe it's the 31st or 30th. But here we go. Here's the May update. So there you go. You can see what I've done January, February, and March, and now I'm reporting April. So first and foremost, we haven't taken any trips yet. We do have that big trip planned in January of next year. We did just plan a trip out to New York to go see our daughter. We are actually booking this trip around another family wedding. So that will be one. I believe that's in September. So we have another one on the books, but that's interesting. As far as hitting the gym, I actually canceled my gym membership. I injured myself pretty bad. Really, I think back in February, aggravated it pretty bad in March. And now I'm having to do other things. So now I'm just running basically things that don't require hip inflection, because I really hurt something. And it was bad enough for me where I couldn't even walk a couple of days. So I'm trying to figure out something else to do. More importantly for me now is that weight. It has reversed, obviously, after the injury in February, when you can't do anything except lie there and eat ice cream or whatever it was, and chocolate. I gained some weight, which I wasn't happy about, and now have begun dropping it a couple of months in a row. I still have quite the way to go. And if I keep the 2 pounds a month, I will just squeak by, I think. Is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yep. So I keep the 2 pounds a month, I will get there. So we will see. I do expect it to get harder, as it always does. But hey, 2 pounds a month, certainly doable. No new buy and holds this month. I have taken a run at a couple. Thankfully, in March, we did do that 15 single transaction, 15 units. So we crushed this goal. We're already 50% over. But hey, I need to do more. and we'll see where we can push that number to going forward. We did complete 2 flips this month. And again, a completed flip means the money is back in my account and my investors are paid, which is the most important part of this process, right? I borrow money via the 6 and 20 program, and I only consider a completed flip when an investor is paid back. I do have 2 additional ones that should be closing in May, which will bring us to 6. And then I have 5 others that are kind of in different flavors of getting done. So I have a path to get to 10, just with what we have in inventory today. So that's pretty awesome. But you know, I want to do more and double down. As for Olivia, she has stepped up. She now has 2 properties, which, you know, usually would have been mine, but I'm a good person, so they're now hers. She just put her first one in escrow, meaning to sell. She has 2. One is completed with people moving in, and the second one she just bought. We're going through the tenant notice period. I think she had to give a 60-day notice to vacate. So she is on her path to getting her first one done. I suspect she might get it done in May, given we got 31 days, but we will see, certainly by early June, which will be very, very nice. The YouTube channel is growing, although I did notice it's not growing at the same rate, which is disappointing. Something I did in April is I took advice from other social media experts, which I am not. They said, hey, post. If you're going to post every day, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. But post every day at the same time. So I've chosen 6 a.m., given I'm up so freaking early. And that's working. My day is more my own, which is awesome. I'm less stressed because creating YouTube content's not easy. But I've seen the traffic go down, and I'm not really sure what that's all about. Not by a lot, but you know, I'm a numbers person, and I'm not happy with the way it's trending now. So I got to do a better job. But I think we're on our path to 3,000. You know, help 100 people. You know, I've talked about that since February. That's just too squishy. What does help mean, and how do you count them? All of that. We did do a couple of courses. You know, the free one went out in February. The paid one went out in March. It is actually going to go up in price today, May 1st. We're actually raising it to $199. We're adding significant content, and I've already mapped out the next section, which is going to be about how to organize and do deals. And again, I'll be doing, you know, just the deals that I've done to date, or deal structures, I should say, deal engineering, whatever you like to call that. So that is there. Still producing lots of videos every day. Thankfully, at least one goes out. I would argue that most days 2 or 2.5 go out, right, when you do the math. Interviews are still strong. I believe we did 15 last month. You know, so 15, so roughly 30% of the total videos are interviews. Interviews are nice. They're typically 20 to 30 minutes in duration, and people like them. So the book is out. The ebook is out, or what is it called? Kindle version is out, all on Amazon. I am looking at the Audible one. It's expensive to get done. So I am evaluating that. I don't mind doing stuff that kind of break even, right? But if I've got to spend $1,000 for something that returns $100, my financial brain has a really hard time with that. So still trying to figure it out. I have kind of got down to the 3 markets I want to go see, and probably we'll get that done over the summer. I'm not a big fan of snow, and a couple of markets could be cold. So I haven't hit any of those up, but looking to get out there probably over the summer. So that's what I have for you. I'm always curious, how are you doing on your goals? Do you track them? Do you report on them? If so, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what other people are doing. And as always, hit that subscribe, like, and leave a comment, not only in this video, but if you have a question, let me know. Have a great day. Take care. Bye. Oh, we're still recording. Hi, everybody.